Hello, what is going on? It is the work at home job queen. If you guys are not following me on my Facebook page, you would not know what is going on. I am also Thick Chick Vlogs here on YouTube. I have a blog channel here, and I mentioned to some of the people on my blog channel that I get a lot of questions from people. Let me rewind. Okay, I have a legitimate work at home job video on my blog channel that I did about, I don't know, maybe a year, almost 2 years ago, whatever. Because I've been working from home going on 3 years, and I get questions all the time from people asking me about work at home jobs and things like that. Now, that video was very detailed and everything like that, but for some reason people, I guess they just didn't know about that video, and I do make reference a lot of the time in my vlogs that I work from home. Now, the first thing that I will tell you guys is that I cannot let you guys know exactly what I do, because some work at home jobs do require you sign what they call NDAs, which is non-disclosure agreements. And you cannot divulge any information about the company that you work for. What I can tell you is that I do administrative support for an internet marketing firm. So I do I work with lawyers. I can say that. Okay, I do marketing for lawyers. I can't tell you who I work for, how much I make, or anything like that. Just know that I do administrative support for an internet marketing firm. Now, I got some notes here that I wrote down. So if you see me looking down, that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm looking down at my notes. So pretty much I just wanted to make this video. It's kind of like an intro to this channel, because I said I get so many hits, and I also get so many questions on that video, because I know in today's economy and things like that, a lot of people want to be able to work from home, even if it's as a full-time job, or if it's supplementary income to the job that they have currently. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit first of all about working from home. Now, I'm not going to go into any detail on this particular video regarding actual job leads on this video. Like I said, this video is only going to be a introductory video, whatever. Just give you a little bit of background information on working from home and things like that. And I will be uploading videos maybe 2 or 3 times per week with job leads and things like that. If not 3 times a week, most definitely twice a week. I will be uploading job leads and things like that, but I will get into that more a little bit later. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about is a lot of people tell me a lot of times that they run across a lot of work at home jobs. Most of the work at home jobs that they run across are scams. Now, I am going to do a video after this one regarding how to detect work at home job scams, so make sure you stick around for that video. But the first thing that I want to tell you guys about is, because they say a lot of times a lot of these companies ask them to pay money. Now, that is true. You want to be very cautious whenever you have a company that is asking you to pay any kind of money to work for them. But what I can say is a lot of work at home jobs do require that you pay for your own background check and also pay for your own drug screen. A lot of people think it's kind of suspect that a lot of work at home companies require you to have a drug screening, but they are still companies, and they want to know if they're hiring, if they're hiring criminals or drug addicts, The reason why they ask you to pay for your own criminal background check is because, think about it, most people don't want to really shove out their $30, $40, $50. It all depends on the company that they decide to use to do the background check. A lot of these companies do not want to shove out their money paying for a background check when you know that you got a record. Okay, you know that you have felonies and all this type of stuff. Now, a lot of these companies are equal opportunity employers, and they don't automatically disqualify you because you have a felony or whatever on your record. But sometimes, some of the things that some people have on their record, like I said, I'm not real in depth on like the criminal process and all that stuff, and what all goes on and what companies look for and what they don't look for. But a lot of times they want you to pay for your own criminal background check, because it's kind of a liability for them. If you know that you got a criminal record and you got these people paying for your background check, they out of money. So they would rather you pay for your own background check, and then, they go from there. Also with the drug screen, now, a lot of these companies do not, I repeat, do not require you to have a a drug screen. But when they do require you to have a drug screen, sometimes they do require you to pay for it, but most often they will pay for your drug test. So what they will do is they will fax you over, like, you know, how when you do with the regular job, they'll fax you over a sheet that you are to take to the facility, and they'll have you pick a facility that's within maybe 30 to 50 miles, between the 30 and 50 mile radius of your zip code, so that you won't have to go too far away from your, you know, your home or whatever. And you go there, and you would actually have to give the people at the facility the paper that the company fax to you, and the facility would have to fill it out, you know, after you take your drug test and everything like that. And they would have to fax it, once they get the results and everything, they would have to fax it back to the company that you're applying to work for. Now, once you take that to the facility, you don't have to do anything else, because all the instructions are on the paperwork from the company, so you don't really have to worry about anything like that. So sometimes you are required to pay fees, but it will be things like background checks and drug screens that you are asked to pay for. So like I said, I will get into more detail on how to detect work at home job scams in the next video. So make sure that you are sticking around for that. Okay. Another thing, work at home jobs. A lot of people think, you know, they say, okay, I want to work from home because, girl, you know, I'll be able to cut out my babysitter, you know, I'll be able to have the kids here, I'll be able to clean up, cook, and, you know, do this and this and that. No, let me tell you a little bit of something, okay? You will not be able to cut out your babysitter. You will not be able to get up, cooking, cleaning, and watching your soap operas and everything like that on the television. Now, there are some work at home jobs that do not require you to be on the phone. They're few and far between. And like I said, in, you know, the process of me putting out these videos, I will share a lot of those jobs and things like that with you guys. But when you're first starting out, more often than not, you're going to have to accept a job to where you are on the phone doing some type of customer service. Okay. A lot of these jobs they have zero tolerance for noise. So you will not be able to have your children home from the daycare. You're going to have to send little Pee-wee and little Sally to the daycare. Okay, you're going to have to send them to the daycare center because they cannot be at home with you screaming and telling you they want some cereal and milk while you are working, because you will you will get fired on your day off. Okay, I'm telling you will get fired on your day off. I'm not joking. Okay, I'm not playing. You will get fired on your day off. Okay, so noise control. Like I said, a lot of these companies require that you have zero background noise, because say for instance, let me give you an example of a work at home job. You know, I'm just going to throw some off the top of my head. You know, a lot of these companies, like these home shopper networks and things like that, a lot of times when you're calling to order some stuff that you saw online or on the television, you're thinking that you're calling a call center, but a lot of times, more often than not, you're calling someone's home. You're calling someone's home, and they have a worker that is actually working from home that is answering the phones and taking your orders. Okay. Now, that is not all the time. Some of these companies do have call centers, but a lot of times they have call centers as well as work at home workers. Okay. So you will not be able to have your kids home from school. You will not be able to be taking care of your husband. You will not be able to be watching your soap operas and doing this and this and that while you are on these people's clock. Okay. And that goes for a lot of work at home jobs that, you know, phone jobs, things like that. Most phone jobs require you to have zero noise. Okay. The next thing that I will share with you guys is do your research. Okay. Do not, you know, you hear about a job from somebody and you say, oh, yeah, I'm going to go apply for this job. And, you know, you're not going to do your own research. Now, like I said, if I tell you about a job, I'm going to pretty much do most of the research. But at the end of the day, you still need to do your own research. I mean, I'm going to do as much of it as I can for you, but at the same time, you know, Google is your best friend when it comes to work from home, because all you have to do is Google a company that I'm mentioning to you, and more often than not, you're probably going to get some reviews on people who've probably worked from there. Okay. Also, I will be sharing with you a couple of work at home job boards and things like that, to where you can actually talk with people on the work at home job board, and they will actually tell you, a lot of those people have actually worked for these companies and things like that. So they can give you some, insight on what to look for and, things like that. So I will be sharing that with you guys in an upcoming video as well. So yeah, the next thing is make sure that you do your own research. So the first thing that we discussed was, yes, there are fees with some legitimate work at home job companies. Also, zero tolerance for background noise. So the Sally, the Pee Wee, they're going to have to go on to the daycare. They cannot stay at home with you. Okay. Also, do your own research is the next tip that I have for you guys. Okay. The next thing and the last thing that I'm going to share with you on this particular intro video. Okay. Now, this is probably going to be one of the most important things because I know I'm going to have a lot of people that are going to be asking me questions about this right here. Let me tell you this. The work at home job market is very, 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 I cannot stress that very enough. It is very competitive. Okay. I had been looking for work at home jobs for over, maybe 5 or 6 years before I actually landed one. Now, what I was doing, I was applying for the scams just like you guys were, before I actually was in the right place at the right time to where I actually met a person who was actually working from home and they had pretty much had the resources to share with me. And that's how I got into it. And I was able to find the real work at home jobs because, they are out there, but they're hard to find. You have a lot of people, like being brutally honest, that work from home. They are not going to share any information with you because, like I said, the work at home job market is very competitive. Okay, it is very competitive. And what the reason why I wanted to say this is just because I post a job listing or job opening or whatever does not mean that you are going to get that job, because there are going to be hundreds, probably, of people who are going to be applying for that job. Now, do not let that discourage you, because when I tell you, when I was about to give up, that is when I landed my dream job, like dead serious. Now, a lot of these jobs, you can't apply for that. I don't care how many people work for them, they will still hire you. Like I said, I'm going to share a lot of those jobs with you to where, like I said, it really doesn't care how many people that work for them, they're still going to benefit. So I will share a lot of those jobs with you as well. So what I want to say is, do not get discouraged. Apply some more, because a lot of these companies will hire you, but a lot of the people's problems that get these jobs and things like that, these folk do not want to work. I will tell you this. A lot of people want to work at home because they feel like, oh, I can walk around in my pajamas and, I can do this, I can do that, which is true. But at the same time, if you do not have the willpower, if you do not have the drive to get up and work, you're not going to, and you ain't going to make no damn money. I'm just going to tell you that straight up off the top. You got to be a go-getter. You got to be wanting to get up, and you got to be wanting to actually make the money, because you don't have a boss necessarily over your shoulder. Now, with a lot of these call center jobs that I will share with you guys in upcoming videos, you will have a supervisor, but they're not going to be over your shoulder. You'll be communicating through instant messenger. You'll be communicating through email and stuff like that with your supervisor. So you do not have anybody over your shoulder that's telling you what to do. You're pretty much going to have to do it on your own. You're going to have a supervisor, but they're not going to be over your shoulder. Therefore, you're going to have to get up. If you got a shift that starts at 7 till 12, you're going to have to get your butt up at 7 and work until 12. And you're going to have to make sure that you're in a quiet spot to where you can actually work with no interruptions from 7 to 12. Yes, you will get, they'll let you get little 10, 15-minute breaks here and there, but you're pretty much at home. So, if you're taking calls and things like that, I've never done the call center thing from home, but I do know a lot of people who, current friends and stuff, who currently do the call center thing from home. So, you'll be able to get up and go to the bathroom and things like that. But some of these call centers, the calls come in back to back to back. So you have to be prepared for things like that. A lot of these jobs are not, cakewalks. I also have a second job other than the administrative support job that I do. I also, I do a little bit of email handling for this lady who is a raw food chef. So she's pretty much a very, very popular raw food chef in Australia. And I do a little bit of email handling for her. So pretty much I check her emails and respond to her potential clients and people who have ordered a lot of her products and things like that. So, you know, I have a little bit more leeway myself, but, you know, as you get into this a little bit more, you start doing your research and you start, you know, maybe branching out on your own and finding other, you know, resources or whatever. Maybe some stuff that I haven't found or whatever. When you start finding your own resources, you will be able to apply for a lot of these freelancing jobs. Because like I said, I have private clients. So, you know, I don't really do the whole on the phone thing. So I can pretty much make YouTube videos and things like that. Because like I said, right now I am on the clock and I'm saying I'm making a YouTube video. I can do that because I have that leeway because I work for myself. But when you're pretty much starting out working from home, 9 times out of 9, you're going to have to, you know, start out with a company and things like that. And a lot of these companies pay very well. And a lot of these companies offer benefits. So, yeah, just be aware of that. So, that's pretty much all that I wanted to share in this particular video. Like I said, I will be uploading videos twice a week with work at home job leads. I may only share maybe 1 job lead per video because I do want to spread them out and things like that. So, I haven't really decided on days yet, but it may be Tuesdays and Thursdays that I upload the work at home job leads. But for this particular week, the 2 videos that I will upload, one on today and I will upload one on tomorrow, detailing how to detect work at home job scams. So this one I will upload today. I will record the, you know, how to detect work at home job scams today. So you'll see the same outfit that I have on now, but it'll be for tomorrow's video. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you want to receive weekly job leads for work at home jobs that are 100% legit. Okay, 100% legit. And like I said, the work at home job world is very competitive, but it is not hard to get a work at home job if you are dedicated and if you are serious about working from home. Okay, so like I said, again, make sure that you subscribe to this channel for weekly job leads. And also, if you just, you know, if you just so happen to be interested, you can go on over, click the link below, and go ahead and follow my vlog channel if you just so happen to want to, you know, follow my vlog channel. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.